Alright, welcome to the InstaSim channel. Today I'm playing Professor Layton and the Lost Future. In the last episode, we went back to the clock shop so that we could go and speak with the clock shop owners. So we needed to open the clock shop first, because the door was closed. We found out what the secret knock is now, so we could go back whenever we want to, hopefully. And we're now needing to go back to the present day, or 10 years from what the time is now in the game. And go and speak with Inspector Champion. So we're going to go and do that now. But first, latest journal, the parrot. On the way back to the clock shop, we encountered a fellow named Graham who was rather upset because his cufflinks had been stolen by a mischievous parrot. Naturally, no English gentleman could leave someone in such a pickle. Thanks to the efforts of both Lukes, we were able to befriend the parrot and recover the cufflinks. Sweet. Right. Cog's in the back room. He'll fill you in on how all this time travelling began. Sorry for keeping you in the dark, it was never my intention to deceive you. Cog's tuning up the big clock in the back. Okay. Sweet. I thought I heard voices out front. Nice to see you again, Professor, and Luke, the Professor's apprentice. Yes, it's Luke, of course. Would you mind telling him about the wormhole and how it all started, Cog? I think it would help to have everyone on the same page. It'll be my pleasure. Now then, Luke, the smaller Luke, that is. Yes? Tell me, lad, what does this contraption behind me look like to you? A big old clock. Right you are. By my estimate, this clock is well over 100 years old. The old girl needs a lot of TLC to keep chugging along, so I'd spend quite a bit of time on maintenance. I was right in the middle of oiling her gears one day when two family thugs burst in. Oh, here we go. This is gonna be the place the boss was talking about. A guy called Lockjaw. Too right, eh, boss? Here's a big clock here, just like you said. It's a proper antique look. Hey you, what do you think you're doing, barging into my shop? Get your hands off my clock. Shut it, you old codger, if you don't tell us what to do. Don't you know who you're dealing with? I'm dealing with a load of clods who won't get out of my shop. I'd keep a civil tongue in my head if I were you, Grandad. Now get out of the way, we've got a schedule to keep here. What are you clowns waiting for? Get to work. If we don't get a move on things won't be ready in time for you-know-who. Sorry boss, we're doing our best, but Granddaddy has got his knickers in a twist. And throw him out into the street, you numpty. Let me go, you villains. We're just gonna go for a little walk, alright, Grandad? You keep your filthy hands off my clock, you hear? We're just about on schedule. But we have to wait until the exact time the boss said to turn this thing on. That's all I heard before those brutes threw me out of my own shop. It wasn't until later I found out that the thugs wanted from my little clock shop. See, the family was funding the construction of a time machine up by a group of scientists. I think the idea was to use it to create some kind of wormhole. But how could they do that? Search me. It was all mumbo jumbo. Something about opening up a vortex in the flow of time. Anyway, things didn't go exactly to plan for whatever reason. I see. So somehow this hole in the time appeared in this clock of yours. That's more or less it. This clock has been ticking away for over 100 years. My guess is that something about the clock's age caused the warp point to gravitate to this spot. The wormhole, or whatever it's called, became a part of my clock. The thing is, I'm the only one who can keep the old girl running. Which means, like it or not, I'm the only person who can open and close the wormhole. Wow, that's really weird. It's a burden is what it is. Once the family realised, they forced me to work the clock for them. After a while, I caught wind of Cog's situation. It goes without saying that he is not a member of the family. In fact, the family's been nothing but a source of trouble for him. It certainly sounds like it. So I approached Cog and Spring and explained my plan to them. They agreed to help and Cog fired up the machine so that I could get my message to you. And upon receiving your letter, I let my curiosity take Luke and myself on a journey that led here. That's quite a plan you concocted, Big Luke. Thank you, but it's about to get even more interesting. Oh? Professor, with Cog's help, we can send you and Luke back to your own time. You'll be able to speak to Inspector Chelmy there. But you will come back to put a stop to what's going on here when you finish, won't you? You of all people should know the answer to that question, Luke. I keep my promises and I intend to solve the problem here. It's what a gentleman would do. Thank you, Professor. That was exactly the answer I was hoping for. I wouldn't dream of leaving things here in this state. You said it yourself, Luke. The only one who can stop Herschel Layton is Herschel Layton himself. Haha, that's true. My apologies. I should never have doubted you. Sweet. Oh, those voices did work on my throat there a little bit. Oh dear. Right. Let me see here. Yep, you've solved at least 30 puzzles. Oh, sweet. We have to solve 30 puzzles, which I think of as all about 38. See if you've done enough research to take your own investigation back to your own time. Hopefully you'll learn something there that'll help us clear up the terrible situation here. Yes, I hope so. Now then, Cog, if you would be so kind as to start up the clock. I hope you will understand if I stay here. I don't wish to risk distorting the events of the past any more than necessary. I agree. Besides which, the poor inspector's eyes would likely pop out of his head if I turned up with 2 Lukes. Wow, that actually sounds quite funny. Too bad you can't come, Big Luke. Okay, she's all ready to go. Let's get going. There we go. Here we are. I feel sick. Are you going to be alright, Luke? You look positively pea green. I feel sort of seasick. My ears are all stuffy and the ground feels like it's made of marshmallow. Ah, that'll be the time sickness. The first jump I made, I didn't feel very well either. Well, Cog, we're going to head off now and see what we can find out. Sounds good. I'll be here waiting for you. Just use that special lock and I'll let you in. Excellent. I was wondering how we'd contact you if you went back to your own time while we were out. Yep, that'll be a pain, alright. Now you two should get moving. I'd like to get home in time for dinner. You've got a clock and a time machine. You could just turn back time to get your dinner on time. You don't have to worry about anything else. Oh. Sweet. There's no doubt about it, Professor. We're back in our time. The surrounding here certainly do seem familiar. Phew! All this time travel has really worn me out, you know. Yes, I could do with the rest myself, but we mustn't keep Cog waiting. You're right, so shall we go and find Inspector Chelmy? That will be our second stop. I'd like to drop by my office at the university first. For a quick rest? Not quite. I need to check a few things before our meeting with Inspector Chelmy. Preparation, my boy, is the foundation upon which every good investigation is built. Right you are, Professor. Now that we're back in our own time, we can reach the university in a matter of minutes by bus. Let's go, Luke. Hey, look, it's this guy. And he's got a puzzle. Kee! And how are you doing, boy? I'm fine, thank you. It's always a surprise to see you again. Again? What's this again business? Key! I just thought I'd give you some advice is all. Alright, what is it? Not many folks know this, but when you solve puzzles you can earn these. If you're going to talk about Pinkerras, we already know all about them. Well, is that so? Well, who cares? It's not all that great a secret anyway. Okay, well thank you, we really should go now, but we've got a lot to do. Wait, don't just run off like that. I have a puzzle. Yes, that's right, a puzzle for you. Okay. Lost in an unfamiliar town, you ask a passerby for directions to the clock tower. He helpfully tells you. Go straight from here, then turn left at the first corner, turn right at the next corner, then turn left at the next corner and it'll be in front of you. Assuming that you start from somewhere on the map below, where is the clock tower? Circle a letter A to H. So go straight from here, then turn left at the first corner, turn right at the next corner, then turn left at the next corner, and it'll be in front of you. Go straight from here, turn left. That's turn right. That's not C. So let's use the memo. Go straight from here, then turn left at the first corner. Turn left at the first corner. Then turn right. Then turn left. Yeah, we can't. I think it's going to be either A or H, because that's the only ones where you can actually turn left, I think. Unless like C. Straight from here, turn left at the first corner, turn right at the next one, and then turn left. So it's going to be H, yeah.
How about this?
Sweet.
I knew it!
That's right, H marks the location of the clock tower. You were standing at A and facing D when the passerby gave you directions. How is that for a fun puzzle? It's in your top 10, surely. It was okay, I suppose. What? Just okay? I see you're playing it cool. You don't want to let on that my puzzle knocked your socks off. That's one way of putting it. Sweet. Oh, I got T! Right. Let's go back, shall we? Oh, another puzzle. Hey there, Squirt, what can I do for you? I notice there's a bus stop up ahead. London still has a bus service, doesn't it? Of course. Got more buses than you can shake a stick at. What an odd question. Brilliant! Did you hear the professor? The buses are running. I heard, Luke. Your exuberance is appreciated, but we don't want to unsettle our friend here. Crikey, I've never seen someone so chuffed about taking the bus. Well, if you like buses, you're gonna love this little number. Bus spotters are us. I'm a train spotter, actually, not a bus spotter, but buses are fine. I was on a double-decker bus and the conductor told me that, including myself, there are 25 passengers on the bottom deck. He also told me that the number of passengers on the top deck was 40% of the number on the bottom deck. How many people were on the bus in total? So 40% of 25, so 10% times 4 is 10. So there are 10 people on the top 25 plus 10, which is 35. Plus the conductor and the driver, there's 37 in total.
How about this?
I got it right the first time.
That's a relief.
Good job, there were 37 people on the bus, 25 passengers on the top deck. 40% of that, or 10 passengers on top deck. This amounts to 35 passengers. If you add the conductor and bus driver, you get 37 people in total. Sweet. You know, I'm something of a bus aficionado myself. You see, I'm something of a bus aficionado myself too. Oh dear. I'm something of a scientist myself. The old double-decker's mine. Don't none of that bendy business. Sweet. Well, hello again, boys. I trust you found yourself some nice shiny hint coins. We have, thanks in no small part to your expert direction. Delighted to be of assistance. So where's my thank you? Of course, madam, please forgive me for not issuing proper thanks. We're very grateful for your help. Yes, thank you. We never would have found them without the help of a wise old lady like yourself. Now, just a moment there, half-pint. Who are you calling old? They don't call me Flawless Florence for nothing, you know. I'm as fit as nimble as a teenager. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you old. You know, I know how sensitive some elderly people can be about their age. You just called her old again. Elderly? Well, I never. Looks like I'll have to teach you with a lesson the old-fashioned way, with the puzzle. Oh dear. I was considered quite the catch in my younger days, you know. This is a picture of me back then, along with 3 of my handsome suitors. A few moments after this photo was taken, one of these gents expressed his love for me by presenting me with a heart. Which one of these men A to Z is the suitor in question? Those flowers look like a heart shaped. But then this guy's got a violin. I'm going with B first.
Here's my answer.
Nope.
I don't know what to say.
That's what I did do. It must be the violin then. Maybe.
Here's my answer.
Really? It's not that guy either? Have I missed
think
something?
This through again.
I've missed something spectacularly, haven't I? 5.
This one's as good as solved. Phew! That's a relief.
Oh. I never would have got that in a million years, so I guess that's a thing, I guess. You two are pretty sharp when it comes to puzzle solving, I'll give you that. The compliment means all the more coming from a lady such as yourself, Florence. I do hope our paths cross again sometime. Tee, now you're making me blush. You can sweet talk me all you like, but you should know I'm a married woman. I think the lady has taken a shine to you, Professor. Okay. Let's make our way back to my office now then. Which bus goes to Gresenheller University? I take it bus number 1. I have to admit that all this time travelling has got me muddled. What are we investigating now? Oh, feeling a bit distorted, I see. I can hardly blame you. It's not every day that I travel to the future and meet my older self, you know. I think I could do with a bit of a recap of our case. Very well, let's go back over it. Do you remember why Big Luke called us to the future? To stop the evil Professor Layton. And what exactly are we stopping my future self from doing? Oh right, we want to stop him from completing his time machine research. Precisely, and that's why you and I were headed for Chinatown. Oh yes, it's becoming a bit less jumbled now. We couldn't get into Chinatown in the end. It was at that point that you said it would be useful if we could talk to the inspector. Yes, but at the time I had no idea we'd be able to jump back to our own time to question him. In that sense, I suppose we were pretty lucky, eh? Perhaps. Perhaps? Why? What's wrong? Is there something bothering you? There is, and it's that something that we've come to investigate. Oh, we've just about reached our stop. We'll drop by my office and then it's off to see the inspector. Sweet. Oh, save our progress. Chapter 5, The Forgotten Case. I need to stop by my office to check something. After that, we'll go and find Inspector Chelmy. Sweet. Hey, aren't you the guy we bumped into at the presentation? What are you doing here? Ah, well, as you may remember, there are a few hiccups at the presentation. There were a few hiccups in the presentation. When the dust settled, the management decided it would be best to cut me loose. I'm sorry to hear that. Incidentally, I don't believe I've properly introduced myself yet. I'm... Oh, please sir, there's no need. Dean Delmona filled me in. It's an honour, Professor Layton. I've actually been holding on to a puzzle just in case you happen to come by. Care to hear it? Of course. The Shady Trio. You've received eyewitness report about a Shady Trio. They all wore red, white and green, but none of them wore the same combination. Here's what witnesses had to say about them. The men wore jackets of the same colour. 2 of them had white trousers on. The larger man wore a white hat. The woman's jacket was green. Touch the trio's clothes and change the colours so that they match the eyewitness reports. Here's what witnesses had to say. The men wore jackets of the same colour. 2 of them had white trousers on. Hang on. They all wore red, white and green, but none of them wore the same combination. Here's what witnesses had to say about them. The men wore jackets of the same colour. 2 of them had white trousers on. The larger man wore a white hat. The woman's jacket was green. So the woman's jacket was green. The men wore jackets of the same colour. 2 of them had white trousers on. The larger man wore a white hat. So this guy got a white hat on. So these 2 had white trousers. It must be that then, shouldn't it? No one's got the same combination.
Let's see if I've got this right.
Way!
Just as I suspected.
Quick and easy. For a Shady Trio, their clothes might be a bit too conspicuous. Simply beautiful work, sir. Thank you so much for indulging me. Not at all, I quite enjoyed myself. There you are, Professor L. I see you've cancelled our lecture again this week. Let me guess, you're off investigating another strange mystery, aren't you? Ah, Miss Stone, hello there. Yes, I'm afraid that something rather pressing has come up. I'll be holding supplementary lectures later, though. You can be sure of that. Oh, no worries, Professor L. As long as I get the credits, I don't really care. Now, what kind of attitude is that, Rosetta? If you want those credits, you'll have to earn them. And since your topic is the stone relics of Cornwall, I'd say you have your work cut out for you. As your supervisor, I insist that you check in with me weekly until your dissertation is up to scratch. Hee! I didn't mean to imply that I wasn't interested in my studies. And I'm very much looking forward to our sessions together. Oh, she's getting on to him. Not every girl has the privilege of receiving private tuition from the great Professor Layton. Oh, private tuition! Oh no. Yes. What I meant was that you should check in with me during office hours. Oh, you don't have to tell me twice, Professor. I'll see you next week. I don't know what that girl's up to, but I can't be good, Professor. Nonsense, my boy. It's all in your head. You can't fool me. Did you see the look she gave you? She's a man-eater. Whatever that means. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. Herschel, my boy, I've been looking everywhere for you. Hello there, Dean Delmona. Didn't you receive my holiday request? Oh, that, yes, everything's in order there. It's something else that I need your help with. Well, in that case, please tell me how I can be of assistance. Come a bit closer, my boy. What I'm about to ask you, well, I wouldn't like anyone else to hear it. The thing is, I have this puzzle that I simply can't work out on my own. My darling granddaughter brought it to me, but I can't for the life of me solve the blasted thing. I can see how that could be rather vexing. Vexing would be putting it politely. It's hard to feel like the king of your castle when you can't even solve your grandchildren's puzzles. This is a rather serious issue for me, Herschel. It certainly sounds like it. Yes. So I take it I can count on you to help me work this one out. But of course. 1 out of 1,000. Here are some matchsticks that spell 100M. Move one of the matches to the bin to display a length that is 1 out of 1,000 of that size. 1,000th of that size. Well, 100 million is 100,000. Can I move more than one? Oh, we have to actually just move. So 1,000th of 100 million is 100,000. Does it be that one?
Let's see if I've
It
got
doesn't
this
sound
right.
No.
I must have overlooked something.
Yeah, 1,000th of that is 100,000. If I've got it right. Because 100,000 million divided by 1,000 is 100 million. 100,000 even. Or 100k or whatever. Oh.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Whoops.
Well, that's settled.
I got the wrong definition for the M. Terrific. 100M is 100 meters becomes 10 centimeters. Okay. Oh, that's it. My granddaughter's going to be over the moon when she hears how clever her granddad is. I'm glad I could help. Likewise. By the way, Herschel, I do have one more small favour to ask of you. Certainly. Let's keep the fact that you helped me with this puzzle between you, me, and the wall, shall we, my boy? Of course, you may count on me, after all. You have a reputation to maintain with your granddaughter. Ho ho. Perhaps perceptive as always. And what about you there, young man? Can you keep a secret? Of course, my lips are sealed, sir. Splendid! For that you have my thanks. One last thing, Herschel. There's a young lady in our office. She said she's waiting for you. I see. Professor, he must be talking about Flora. Well, we'll go and investigate the office in the next episode, because this video is getting far too long and I need to end this episode here. In any case, in the next episode we're going to go to Layton's office and we're going to go and hopefully speak with Flora, potentially. But yeah, we'll do that in the next episode. In any case, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Professor Layton and the Lost Future. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to like this video, comment down below and subscribe to the channel. It'll help me a lot get more videos like this. Also, don't forget to like my Facebook page, on Twitter and on Twitch, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video. But till then, goodbye.